Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jeff Conklin with Alpha Safe Home Inspectors. I'm here to provide the webinar for you today. Welcome, everyone. It's a beautiful, lovely day in Charleston, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and I'm happy to be here. Today, we're going to discuss the South Carolina Safe Home Program in a little bit more detail. This is our second installment, and I have Liz here with me. She's co-hosting with me today, and I really want to encourage each of you to ask questions and give us some feedback. If you haven't seen this presentation before, it's a great presentation, and we're going to run through the basics again. And then I want to go into a little more detail about the construction features, what qualifies, and how all this can apply to each one of you individually. This is presented through the AgentOwned Realty, Wally Burbage and Associates, and myself. We're all putting this together in collaboration to bring the Safe Home Program to each one of you. It's a wonderful program. We continue to help people every single day, and we're going to help you and your homeowners as well. I want to begin by talking about the Omnibus Insurance Reform Act. It was an act that was passed in 2007. By our General Assembly, signed into law by our governor. It set up specific catastrophe savings accounts such that you can put in your deductible into those savings accounts. They're tax deferred. We can talk about that at another time. There are safe home grants that are out there. But what we want to focus on again today are the insurance discounts and how that applies to you. If you are interested in looking at the grants, you can go to the South Carolina Safe Home website. It's safehome.sc.gov for more information. The insurance discounts, there are 25% of your premium reductions available to all the homeowners. I know it's hard to believe that, but in every one of your policies that you have on your homes, there's a list of discounts that are available to you, and you can actually take up to 25% of your premiums off. The good part about this is these discounts are also retroactive. So if you have the same home with the same insurance policy and the same features that qualify you, you can potentially receive discounts for the current year and every year moving forward, 25%, 25% from 08, and 09 and 10. And yes, what that means is you've overpaid since 08. And that's the amazing part about this is some folks don't even realize that they have these safety features on their homes. If your home was built after 2003, that's when the current South Carolina building code is in effect, you have probably some of these features on your own. Which ones do you have? That's up to us to determine, and that's why we are your company, and that's why we're working with you. But again, these are retroactive discounts back to 2008. In order to get these discounts, you have to have an inspection. You have to submit the proper forms, and that's what my company does. There are 45 plus insurers in South Carolina. Each have their own forms. In each one, there are meticulous things that we have to fill out on each form. We process those, we notarize those, we work with your individual agent, and all of that costs $150.
I might add too, if I can, Jeff.
Sure.
People ask me all the time, well, I have a favorite home inspector. Why can't they just do this?
That's a good question. A normal home inspector is not certified to do this. There is a special safe home certification program that you have to undergo. Number one, you've got to be a contractor. Number two, you have to undergo the safe home certification. There are specific wind mitigation features that we look for and that we focus on. It's a certification that's above a home inspector and right at the engineer status. We can also do these for commercial properties too, so we are trained to look at every single wind mitigation feature, and we focus on those features specifically, whereas a home inspector is more of a generalist and not trained. So while, yes, a home inspector may see some of these things, they don't know the depth and they don't know how to record these properly. So that's what we do. Where can these things apply? Well, in your homeowner policy, anywhere in South Carolina, the discounts apply. So if you're in Anderson, Greenville, if you're in Florence, Myrtle Beach, if you're in Hilton Head, anywhere in South Carolina, you can receive these discounts. What qualifies? Well, number one, your home qualifies. Owner occupied. Every home that's being sold out there qualifies. Non-owner occupied, so if you have a rental or a condo or a townhome, those also qualify. And also commercial properties, as I discussed earlier. Commercial facilities are eligible as well. Our company is the first company and the largest company in the state of South Carolina to certify homes. We certified the first commercial product, and we continue to be on the cutting edge. We continue to work with insurance companies on a daily basis to provide seminars and education. We work with the federal Safe Home program and also the South Carolina Safe Home program so that we're knowledgeable. We work with the IBHS, which is the Institute for Business and Home Safety. So we bring the cutting edge technology to commercial, residential homes, and that's what we bring for you. Your advantage is you get annual discounts and you get rebates on your individual policies. Also for your sellers, we help you get those annual discounts. We help you get those rebates. And what that does is basically that puts you in a different light as an agent because your sellers and buyers will look at you in a little different way because you're bringing something to them that they've never heard of before. So that pretty much makes you the hero. By giving you that competitive advantage, you're going to get more listings.
Guys, along those lines, can you imagine going on a listing appointment and presenting this to a seller who does not have a clue about it? They're going to be very impressed. Plus, if you can save them money, oh my gosh, it should be an automatic listing.
With more listings, it gives you more buyers. And of course, with more buyers, you make more sales. Where can you find more information? Well, first of all, you can go to your AgentOwned homepage. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little tutorial. Liz is going to click on it. And on the third, fourth tab over, you're going to see the Safe Home program. You click on that tab. That tab is going to open up, and you're going to begin to see information. The first thing you're going to see is the little gold star with our 1-800 number. That number is staffed and has an answering machine if, for whatever reason, we're not there. You can leave a message at all times. That 1-800 number, anywhere in the state or nationally, you can call that number and reach us for more information and also to schedule inspection. To the right of that number, you'll see the South Carolina Safe Home order form. If you want to order an inspection, which our agents will, you basically click on the order form. You'll go into the program that says, is it a new listing? Is it property owner's first name, last name, their email address, and basically you submit. And once you submit it, it goes to my system and allows me to record the data, which I get an email right away and lets me know that someone has been added. And then my staff at that time contacts the contact and begins the process of putting together the inspection. Also on the South Carolina Safe Home Program tab, there are some key points that I want to point out to you. Where you can save anyone, you can guide them to this website and they can look at it. Discounts back to 2008. The inspections actually can be transferred over to your buyer, which is one of the greatest caveats that we have. Is once the home is certified, then you can transfer that over to the buyer, and that's going to allow them to receive discounts coming into the new buying transaction. So they can actually, working with Wally Burbidge and Associates, they can actually be a little more competitive than the next agency because they'll already have their wind mitigations on the front end. Insurance discounts mean lower monthly premiums, and it helps people actually get into the home and makes it more affordable for them. Again, as you scroll down further, you see a little more information. Finally, as you scroll all the way down to the bottom, if you want a PDF file of all of this and with greater explanation and greater detail, you can click on it, fill in your first name, last name, email. Click on one of the two radio buttons. You're either a real estate professional or not. And basically, this is an autoresponder, so it will respond to you immediately and send the PDF of the information to you. It's very informative. It's a very colorful 5-page informational brochure. It goes over the Safe Home program. It's something that you can actually print and hand to your clients. You can print it off for yourself. Your clients can review it at their desk. And it's a great tool for you to utilize as an agent to send this information over and to get familiar with it your own self. Okay. So basically what we're doing is just kind of reviewing the order form. Once you hit submit, again, I get an email right away that someone has submitted this document, and that alerts my staff to go out there and reach out and connect with the potential client. We may ask you at some point to email the insurance declaration page. The reason that that's important to us is on your declaration page, it's going to give us a listing of about what the home is valued at. It's going to tell us what credits you are currently getting. And that, along with the year that the home is built, my staff can pretty much narrow down for you what inspection features are going to be there and what you potentially are going to be eligible for. Why that is important is because I would never do an inspection on a home that didn't qualify. So if I know the year that the home was built, and I know that if the home is not already receiving discounts, I can help you and I can know that that $150 is going to be recouped, which is very important for us. Once we determine that the home is eligible, we're going to schedule a time with an inspector. I have a team of 8 inspectors, and they're all situated geographically throughout the state. Each one of you as agents, you will be hearing from my inspectors and from us within the next several days. An initiative that we have now is, now that we have rolled this out to the agents, we're going to roll it out to the sellers and the buyers. So we're going to be touching base with you in the next few days about the homes that you have. So we wanted to give you the opportunity first to participate. If you haven't scheduled an inspection with us and you feel like you're eligible, please do. This can help you, and plus it's so much going to help you with your clients. Basically, once we're going to do the rest. We do all the hard work for you. We're going to pull up the individual forms. We'll schedule the time with the client. Then we'll work with their agent directly. We'll notarize all the information. We'll make sure that that information gets back to the agent, follow up with them, and ensure that it's a seamless, turnkey process from beginning to end. One of the things that I wanted to focus on today that I didn't focus on last time was what we look for. One of the things that's the most important is the shape of the roof. And a lot of folks don't know what a hip roof is. A hip roof is a roof that at all 4 points touch at the top. And so if you look at a home and you see all 4 points, all 4 sides touching, that's a hip roof. The physics of that roof allows wind to go up and over no matter what angle it hits. So it creates less lift. And so in the event of a storm, less lift means a safer roof. All insurance companies give a credit for that, especially Allstate. So roof shape is one of the main things that we focus on. A lot of homes in South Carolina have gable roofs, and that's the typical roof that looks like an A. And we look for that, and we look for the bracing of that. If you have a brick home, you're going to have a specific type of bracing. The stronger those gables are, the less likely that those gables will blow out during the storm, and those will keep lift from occurring and blowing the roof off of your house. If you look at the top of the page, you'll see the roof deck attachment, and that's normally the plywood. How is that attached? The way that that plywood is attached is important. Most of your nail patterns by building code are called a 6-on-6. So every 6 inches, that plywood is nailed. There's a credit given for the way that that deck is attached. Of course, the more nails you have, the less lift that can occur and the stronger that roof is. In between the seams of your plywood and in the valleys is called a secondary water membrane. There's a credit given. By building code, you're required to have a secondary water membrane, and thus you get a credit for that if your roof was put on after 2003. We also look at the type of covering. Is it metal? Is it standing seam metal? Is it covered properly? Is it screwed down properly? What kind of shingles do you have? There are 3 different types of shingles, and they're rated at wind speeds: an F, a G, and an H. Respectively, it's 110, 135, and 150 miles an hour. That means that they can sustain a gust of 135 or 150 for 20 seconds, sustained at one time, without coming off. So, of course, the higher and stronger roof covering you have, the more likely it's going to stay on during the windstorm. Opening protection. We want to look at how your openings are protected. When you look at a window, you see a window, but I see an opening, and that's what we're trained. How is that opening protected? Does it have impact glass? What type of impact glass does it have? Do you have storm shutters? Is there a combination of the two? Of course, there's the greatest strength and the greatest thing that you can do for your home is to protect the openings. Because if the openings are compromised during the storm, then wind can blow in, and that creates pressure inside the house. An increase in pressure can take your roof off. So the greatest thing that you can do is have your roof and your openings protected. We also look at the doors. Are they single width? Are they double width? Are they reinforced or non-reinforced? And then finally, we look at the roof-to-wall connections. How the rafters touch the walls and how those are connected are important. In the pre-1997, you have what's called a toenail, or the contractor will just nail the connector to the rafter to the wall. Now we have hurricane straps. We have Z-Max straps. We have single straps. We have double straps. And those straps connect onto the flat part of the wall and go up and over the rafter such that the roof won't lift off. The more stronger roof-to-wall connections you have, of course, the better credits that you get. So these are the main features that we look for. And every insurance company gives credit for each one of these, but they give them in different manners. And I know it seems a little confusing, and it is. That's why it's important for us in our expertise to know and to look and to categorize each one of these and to write these down properly so that you get the maximum amount of credits that you possibly can receive. Every house that has a hip roof, just for your knowledge, does qualify for a discount. Also, every home built after 2003 that was built within the right building code qualifies for some kind of discount. Which one, that's up to us to determine. But,
excuse me, we were talking about the hip roof, and you were showing that a while ago about the 4 sides coming to the point at the top. And I've had a lot of questions from my agent owners about, gosh, what is a hip roof? And we've tried to find ways to describe it, and I think that best describes it. Lisa said to me the other day, Mom, it has 4 sides. If you just look, a roof that has 4 sides.
A roof that has 4 sides. All 4 points will touch at some side. But if you, it's really easy to see a gable is an A-shaped roof. There are other types of roofs, mansards, on and on. But a hip roof has 4 sides. You can see 4 points to it, and they all touch at the top at some point. Why should you use Alpha versus another inspection company? Well, we are your company. We have partnered with you, and a portion of that inspection fee goes back to you as the agent and offsets the offices, and offsets the operating costs. That's important for you to know that, because each office, as you offset your costs, of course, that means more money for you and more productivity for you. We also provide materials in your listing package. There are materials in your Google documentations. And then we also are going to put signs and riders in the yards. And what we're going to do is, after we certify these homes, we're going to put a sign that says South Carolina Certified Safe Home. And so as other people ride by the home, they're going to say, hey, what is a safe home? What is that? And then other clients are going to be calling you and saying, hey, how do I get my home certified? And you're going to know. And at this point, I want to open everything up for questions and comments. I know, again, we went through briefly, but I really want to reach out to you, and I really want you guys to ask me questions. And so, fire away.
While we're waiting for somebody to type a question, we were just brainstorming the other day around in the office, a couple of agent owners and myself, about how to utilize this and how to use it in addition to getting listings and for your buyers to get discounts. What a wonderful reason to contact your past clients.
Absolutely.
It's a contact, a way to get back in touch with them, and oh my gosh, you're going to save them money.
Absolutely.
90-something% of the time, most people do qualify for some sort of discount. And I think we need to do ourselves a favor and contact these people.
Absolutely. Every single day I do inspections, and every single day I save people money. And every single day when I'm sitting there at the table with them and they're looking at their insurance policy, they say, oh my goodness, I did not know that this was out there for me. I did not know that I could qualify. And it's a wonderful opportunity, and it's a wonderful chance for you to bring this to their attention, because they'll think about you. They'll always remember you for this. And it's a great service and a great value that you're bringing to the sellers and the buyers and your clients.
Also, guys, use it for expired listings.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, you've got something that that other agent certainly didn't have, and also for sale by owners.
Yes.
Another good, just tools to help you get those listings.
Not only that, but your friends and family. I mean, think about your own friends. Think about your mom, your dad. You know, think about the place, your doctor, commercial facilities, your dentist, the place where you go eat. I mean, all of these facilities have an insurance policy, and there's just so many opportunities out there. And we're going to be reaching out to you, and you're going to be hearing from us, because we're going to be working. Our next initiative is to reach out to the homes and the sellers. So within the next several days, you're going to be hearing from us, and we're going to be contacting you about how to reach out. And we're going to help you reach out there, because that's one of the services that we provide. Because a lot of times agents don't know what to say, and we're going to help you. We're going to give you the words and the tools to be successful.
Okay, well, so we have no questions here, so.
Well, I just want to thank everyone, and as you review this webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. The 1-800 number is on the screen, 1-800-919-2427. Just ask for myself or one of the Alpha Safe Home Inspectors, and we will be seeing you soon. Thank you so much.